CES report.
My name is Hilmar. I'm a product evangelist at RAZER, and I'm going to show you the RAZER Onza controller and the RAZER Chimaera headset. So let's start out with the RAZER Onza controller. There's actually two controllers. Right now I'm holding the Tournament Edition controller, which has several features that are really exciting and go beyond the standard Xbox controller. First thing is the adjustable resistance analog sticks. You can turn this little wheel below the analog stick to make the resistance stronger if you turn it to the right. So you will have quite a hard feel on the analog stick. And if you turn it all the way to the left, it'll get quite a bit looser. So if you're playing FPS games on a high level, you might want to have a very loose tension to aim as fast as possible. And the second thing that we have is two additional buttons on the back side. So above the regular trigger and bumper, we have two multifunction buttons, which are programmable on the fly, which means these corresponding buttons on the bottom will show you what it's configured to right now, which is the left stick button in this case. If you hold it down and press another button, it is switched to the left trigger button. So right now, this button is a second option for your trigger. So you can either press your trigger normally, or you can use this button now as a trigger. A very good example for this is anything that's bound to the analog stick that you use for zooming or crouching or running, which is kind of cramping down on the analog stick and moving around. Now you can move that function away and move it to your fingertips, so you can easily press this multifunction button and then just freely aim or whatever you're doing with it. And then the third thing is we switch these buttons from regular membrane buttons to hyper response buttons. They are actually mechanical buttons which have a very, very short travel distance and are very clicky, so you can actually feel when you're actuating a button. We reworked the DPad. We actually split the DPad up into 4 different individual buttons, which makes it much more easier and more secure to hit the direction that you actually want. And then we did a couple of cosmetic things like rubber coating on the controller, which makes it very smooth and comfortable to hold. And we inserted backlighting into the action buttons. And this controller is going to be $49.99 US, and pre-orders are starting on January 17th. So this is the RAZER Chimaera headset. It's a 5.1 Dolby surround sound, virtual surround sound headset, which is using 50mm drivers on each side. And it's wireless using the frequency that is less used by normal wireless devices like the standard Xbox controller, so it's not interfering with anything else that you're using. It comes with a base station that lets you switch through different equalizer settings, and it's connected to your Xbox with either an optical connection or an RCA connection with the red and white plugs on the back here. You can also connect your up to 4 of these base stations together to form a private channel for communication, so you don't have to go through Xbox Live if you want to talk to your friends if you're close by, like on a tournament setting. Again, there's 2 versions of this headset. This is the higher end version, which will be $199, and then there's a stereo version of this headset, which is also wireless and comes at $129 US. Our 2 first Xbox 360 products from RAZER. The RAZER Onza are coming out on pre-order on January 17th, and the RAZER Chimaera headphones hopefully available by the end of this month.